This is just a whole bunch of Nintendo themed mini games. There's really nothing here that I can really say you should get this game. Like, there's really nothing. There's nothing to really say, and that's a lot of stuff that I can say about mostly a whole bunch of Wii U games that I have. Like, I could say a lot of stuff about Splatoon or some of the other games that I listed off, but sometimes whenever character models look different in games, sometimes kind of gets on my nerves because they don't look like the original characters from when I first saw them in their original games or their original forms, because they just look different, and sometimes the gameplay may change and they may get different voice actors, and I'm gonna have to get familiar with, because sometimes whenever a new voice actor comes into effect, I sometimes have to get used to that new voice actor, and that takes some time to get used to. And sometimes I may just have to, and sometimes as soon as I get used to it, a new voice actor comes in for that character, and I have to get used to that now. Okay, next up, the Wii games. So, here we go. Wii Fit Plus. There's really not too much to say about this. It's a fitness game where you can pretty much... I'll just say that it's Wii Fit 2.0. Because there's new activities, 3 new yoga poses, 3 new strength training exercises, and, there's just... And there's just ways that you can, just customize your own exercise routine. It's just really nothing that, there's really not too much to say about this game. I'll tell you that. It's an okay game for what it is. Just Dance Summer Party. Imagine all the Just Dance 2 DLC minus Crazy Christmas, Come On Eileen, Spice Up Your Life, and then there's another one, but I can't remember what that is. So yeah, imagine some of the Best Buy exclusives and some of the DLC songs on here combined into one disc. I would say it's pretty cheap for what it is. It was limited edition, so not to be mean or anything, but it's pretty cheap. Again, same for some of the other games that I were pretty harsh on. No offense to those games that I was pretty harsh on. So no offense to this game being pretty cheap, and no offense to the character models looking different. Sorry, I didn't say that before. How about You Can Dance? This is pretty much a Just Dance game with a whole bunch of ABBA songs. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys don't even know who ABBA is, so yeah. Get this game if you're into ABBA. And Just Dance. There's really not too much to say here. Just Dance 2. What can I really say here? It's Just Dance. Only with better motion controls and new songs, introduced the duets. It's interesting, I'll tell you that. It's interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This is Smash Bros. nothing to. Like, I'm pretty sure we all know what Smash Bros. Is. It's like a fighting game. I would say maybe one of the better bunches for all of them. You could go online. Well, you could have when the Wi-Fi thing was still a thing on the Wii. And this was also the first Smash Bros. Game to include Snake from Metal Gear Solid and Sonic from Sonic the Hedgehog. You know, that blue hedgehog who's in a lot of Sega Genesis games. Yeah, you know, we pretty much know who Sonic is, so yeah. Big Brain Academy, we'd agree. This is a game where you can exercise your brain. This was originally a DS game. So yeah, I don't know why there's like a touch generation thing on the game. But and it has a Wii remote on it instead of a stylus. Like, you're not really touching the TV with your Wii remote. Maybe it was because of the DS and the Wii was released around the same time. So yeah. Dance Dance Revolution 2, a game that was associated with the American Diabetes Association, because as you guys can see on the game, it says together we can stop diabetes. So yeah, good thing they added that, because we actually do need a cure for diabetes, because diabetes is not really the best thing to have in the world. And I know that a lot of people who have diabetes can agree with that. It's not the best thing to have. I personally don't have diabetes, but some of my family members do, and some of my family members can pretty much agree with me that diabetes isn't a really good thing to have. Mario Party 8. It's how can I put this? Good for what it is. So yeah, it's an okay game. Wouldn't really recommend it, but it's good for what it is. Next up we got Mario Party 9. I would say that this is the game that caused Mario Party to kind of collapse over the years. It's hard, but fun at the same time, and pretty good, but not as good as Mario Party 8. Don't know why so many people complain about the cart in Mario Party and the spin-offs. Just Dance 3, before Just Dance 2016, this was the best Just Dance game. Next up, Harvest Moon Tree of Tranquility. This was a game that my mom ordered. I said I would never play this, but instead I actually just decided to play it. And little did I know, and since I was stupid, I somehow tend to overwrite my save data with somebody else's save data, so I had to start all over again. So since then, I didn't really play the game. Since then, I pretty much played the mini games, but that's about it. Mario Sports Mix. Best Mario sports game to ever exist. There are 4 sports: dodgeball, volleyball, basketball, hockey. Don't know why there was never a sequel on the Wii U, but they should release a sequel to that on the Switch. Nintendo, if you're watching this, put a sequel to Mario Sports Mix on the Switch. We need it. It's the best Mario game. It's the best Mario sports game to ever exist. Please add a sequel to it on the Switch. Mario Super Sluggers. It's Mario Baseball. I would pick it up if you're a baseball fan or a Mario fan, but I'm a Mario fan, but I'm not a baseball fan.